Hey guys, this is Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it episode review for you guys. And yes, we get an interesting thing. Seems like they're gearing up for the next project to do for the school festival, I guess they're throwing at their college and stuff like that. Which is a pretty interesting one. I forgot what it was about. I think it was like, I don't know, something about feelings in terms of the way you dress, in terms of pretty much making it like a cosplay thing. But this episode was kind of centered around Kanade and the whole thing going on with Kanade and what does she deem as normal and everything. We kind of get this whole backstory to Kanade of why she's like the way she is today and everything, and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously, last episode you had the whole thing of the revelation and the argument between Kanade and Yukimura. That picks up right where they left off. He leaves and he's like, if you're gonna be normal like that, be that way, but hey, that's your life, that's how you're gonna live the rest of your life. You sure you want to live like that? And Himura is obviously distraught, and she's really can't find a way to embrace Kanade in a way where it's like makes her feel better and stuff like that. And we get the backstory because we know that they end up going out on her and that one dude ends up going out on another date. And we get the backstory to Kanade and finding out the whole thing of why she's kind of the character she is and why she always has this, oh, you got to be normal. Essentially, she's kind of was built into this, I guess you can say she was built into this stigma or at this certain type of stereotype where, it's kind of ingrained in her, you need to do things that your normal gender would do. Like, she's younger, she's going to school, she wanted the light blue backpack, but I think her dad or her mom made the mention like, well, all the girls are going to have a red backpack and everything. You probably want to get that. That's blue is more of a boy's color, even though Kanade enjoyed the blue backpack a lot better. She ended up getting the red one because she's like, okay. And we kind of get a cut over during the time in school as they're getting in. She's kind of the one girl that kind of is right there and the odd person out, just agreeing along with the friends say and stuff like that. And she's walking around school. We see this one girl end up getting bullied for wearing the blue backpack. And also at the same time, Kanade's looking around and see people alone, and she's like, I wonder what it'd be like with them, but I got to keep living the normal route and everything. And it gets to the high school experience, the whole fact of the teacher, and we kind of get the aftermath of the whole teacher situation and stuff like that. And the next day or the next day after their weekend, there's a sub that comes and say, yeah, the teacher got hurt, and he's in the hospital, but he's going to be back within the week or two. And you have these rumors starting up, like the whole fact of like, oh, Kanade apparently dated the teacher. Him and the teacher were dating or something like that. They went on a date. And obviously people were judging her and saying, no, it was Kanade that caused it. But her friends had her back. Like, there's like, oh, please, no, there's no way in hell Kanade would be going out with the teacher. And there's no way in hell that Kanade would be doing that. And lo and behold, you have it to where the mom and Kanade, they go to his bed, and obviously the teacher's like, hey, listen, it's all right. You don't have to feel bad about it. Things happen, I understand, and stuff like that. And, Kanade's obviously very visibly frustrated and sad, and she's like, I'm not being normal because of that. And, you have this talk between her and her mom, where her mom's like, what's going on? I don't even recognize you. You don't even act like you're my daughter anymore and stuff like that, which is kind of harsh. And she's like, listen, is there any truth to this rumor that you were going out with the teacher, or you went on a date with the teacher? And Kanade lied, obviously, saying no, because that's pretty much a taboo. It's taboo in any country, of a teacher going out with their student. Now, in terms of the high school approach, yeah, that's definitely no-go. But I think if it's like, say, college-wise, I don't think there's no problem with that. The only thing is you definitely got to keep your relationship. If, like, say, a student was dating a college professor and the student's in college, yeah, if that happens, hey, fine. I think that's okay because the student's, old is literally, he's legally able to, date, some whoever he likes when you're 18 and everything. Um, the only thing is you just have to keep it private, especially if you're like you got to keep things professional and private. Especially with the standpoint, usually those are, like I said, those relationships would start out from the basis of a classroom setting and stuff like that. So, yeah. And Kanade was kind of just built and ingrained in this lifestyle of just doing things by the book, pretty much doing things that how a normal girl would do it, and stuff like that. And I did find it interesting. Our mom's like, see, they should have never told you those martial arts. You never did all that stuff like that. And that's what she was kind of ingrained in and stuff like that. And, on her date, the guy's like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm sure, fine. And that's when she asked, the dude, like, hey, why did you even ask me out and everything? And the dude's like, well, the reason I did that is because when I did my presentation, I was stumbling along and I'm pretty much a loser. I'm clumsy. I'm not normal. I don't do things normally. I'm kind of the weird bunch. I'm part of a weird bunch of people and stuff like that. But, when I saw you, you were very attentive, very, relatable, and you felt like you're so perfect and everything. And I really liked that. You may probably have your faults and everything, but I really did like that, and I admired you because of it. And stuff like that. And I felt like this was a way of the guy pretty much saying, like, listen, I like you for who you are. That's why it was ingrained to do. You may have a different image of what you may perceive, but I like you for who you are. And they end up going to this arcade setting, and she kind of daydreams, oh, what if, she were to do this punching game, which funny, I think they took something out of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, because they showed a really cool side of her after taking down this punching thing, and the dude's like, wow, you're so cool, and I'm like, that feels like it's something out of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, because Izumi would say something like that, but she was just daydreaming that, and the guy's like, hey, you want to try? And she's like, nah, I'm good and stuff like that. I don't think it's right for me to try. And dude's like, oh, yeah, girl might not be into this as much and stuff like that. So, that was the kind of the whole thing there. But I think the thing is just Kanade truly accepting. I think Kanade's problem is, it's just she fails to understand or accept the fact of that maybe she has her unique traits. She has some uniqueness to herself, and she should let that out. She should show that side off, because, people, whoever your true friends, or even this guy that likes her, they'll like her for who she is. They won't like her because she's going to be a completely different person, especially in a relationship. You want to, the reason why you're dating somebody, whether you're a guy or a girl, you date them because the opposite person likes you for who you are. As a person, a character, or what traits you have, compared to somebody that's fake. Otherwise, it's a fake relationship. Kanade's friends like Kanade for who she is, for her quirkiness and all her different stuff and everything. So yeah. But after they obviously go through the presentation, they make there was a funny thing where Yukimura in this presentation showed off Himura's cosplays and stuff like that, and she got very flooded. She's like, hey, why are you showing that and stuff like that? Which was freaking hilarious. I'm like, oh my goodness, this man. But then at the end of the episode, we see it to where Yukimura still looks at Kanade, and he's still wondering like what's going on. And he gives the call to the one dude who's dating Sui, and he has something for him that he would like to do. Gonna be very interesting to see what that's going to be, but we're left off on that cliffhanger, and we're gonna guess what, see next week what happens. But another solid episode of Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. We kind of get the understandings of why Kanade is the way she is, as well as we get the resolution to what happened after she slammed her teacher on the ground and stuff like that. But gonna be very damn interesting to see where this is gonna go, and very damn interesting to see where this Kanade storyline goes. I think the storyline for Kanade is just her accepting that she may have some weirdness, some weird quirks to herself, her personality, like everybody else does. Everybody has a weird quirkiness to them. They have a quirky behavior. But definitely gonna be interesting to see where this is going to go, and I can't wait to see what's gonna be happening next in the story. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Science Fell in Love, so I try not to prove it, or any other animes that I upload to the channel. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or now watching this video. Until then, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace.